teacups, what's brewing? Welcome back to the channel. Today I decided I wanted something a little bit lighter than Foodie's current situation. And it happens that Glitter and Lasers, Anna, uploaded a summer road trip she did to various national parks. Now she uploaded this a couple of days ago, I think July 16th, I'm looking at the thing now. So it's the 19th right now. I don't watch directly from YouTube when I'm recording these things, I download them. So she does have a list of all the parks she visited in the description. Now usually I stick to her hauls and I've mainly kept up with those through Pulpy. So if you're looking for a bit more on her, he has covered her before. But then recently-ish, I did a react to one of her hauls and this has been the next piece of content since then. I don't have a huge amount of her history. I haven't followed her closely for a long time. Mainly, I just like the hauls. And actually, if anyone has followed her closely, I'm struggling to find the media platform that she uses the most, that she uploads regularly on, because she has links to tons of platforms. And I did go over to her TikTok to try and figure out the timeline on this. She's still kind of uploading stuff onto TikTok from this trip, so it's kind of hard to figure out. She has times when she's wearing compression, times when she's not. And we know from, it was either her last haul or the one before, that her compression garments were coming off on July 4th. So that kind of dates it, but compression garments don't really work to the day when it comes to that stuff. It really depends on needs. So if she has somewhere that she uploads more, could you please let me know? I do a little bit of Twitter and I do YouTube, so I'm not on a lot of other platforms. But I checked her website and it seems like she had a post about some swimming costumes that she had tried on. She tried on like 90 swimming costumes or something, but then hadn't had a post on there for a long time before that. The TikToks seem to be one every few days. I did not check her Instagram, so I'm not sure about that. I'm just a little surprised, because for those of you who don't know Anna and or are less aware of her the way I am, you generally hear names around GaL world, but she's more of an influencer than either Ambi or Chantel. I think she's the kind of influencer they're aiming to be. She's on the side of toxic positive. And she had a lot of content over the years and being like, you know, oh yes, I'm this size, but look, I'm going out and grabbing life, I'm being happy, look at all the positives. And then I think she got some backlash because when she started trying to lose weight, not everybody in her community were necessarily there for that. And she also had some surgery recently and seemed to want to be more on like the medical side of things. And I don't know if that's really worked out for her. Doesn't seem to have, but I could be wrong. Anyway, my point is, I don't have a deep dive of knowledge on her the way I do someone like Chantel, because I just haven't watched her for years. But she put this up, this seemed fun, and I was like, you know what? Let me go and see this for a change. So this is her road trip. She also likes a bit of montage music, and her montage music is super loud. I'll do what I can with that, but...
We are driving and we're just about to pass Texarkana. And if you didn't know this, it's called Texarkana because it's right where Texas, Kansas, and Arkansas all connect.
Kansas is nowhere to that. I was very tired. I think someone in the comments said it was Louisiana, but don't quote me on that because who the hell am I and what do I know?
So they named the city Texarkana, Texas, Arkansas, Kansas.
Her dog is really cute. I think his name's Data, and now I don't know why I know that, but I know that. This guy appears to be her cameraman / assistant. And that is relevant, because I have some questions in this. She always travels with her dog and her assistant.
The fact that we have driven 7 hours is hitting. It's hitting hard. We will hopefully get there with a lovely sunset. So what a great way to be welcomed to the Hot Springs area, because that's where we're headed. It's to a national park. I have my pass in here somewhere. Boom.
That pass seems pretty cool. I'm assuming it's for generalized national parks and that's how she's going to all of these. I haven't looked it up because I ain't visiting anytime soon, but it seems like a cool idea.
Passed up. And we're gonna it's such a mess. But yeah, we'll you know what? I'll probably talk to you guys tomorrow. Because I'm too tired of it. No, what?
She looks really done, and it's very early in the video for her to look this done. Also note that she is in compression here.
Yeah, let's see where we go to dinner. I don't know. Maybe I'll be here in a bit. Maybe I won't. You'll just have to wait and find out.
Okay. Next day. So no.
Hello, good morning. We are on our way to the first stop, which is actually not a national park. It is called Garvin Woodland Park, I believe. I might have gotten the name wrong.
You will arrive at your destination.
It's Garvin Woodland Gardens, the GPS just told me. But it has a lot of really cool architecture and like outdoor design. And it's kind of a place that I would just feel really sad if we didn't visit while we were here. So we made it to the park.
I did have questions that TikTok answered. I didn't know why she was wearing this. Because if you're thinking outdoor park, nature, hiking, and all the things you might think of in like a national park area, I know she just said this isn't a national park, it's a garden, so I'm guessing it's a little easier to traverse. But when you see the wide shot of her and you see like the shoes she's wearing and just, it didn't seem like a park-friendly outfit.
And we were greeted by a very sassy peacock.
Oh,
Cute. A gorgeous one.
That is quite the noise.
But very sassy. So the first place we're walking is Anthony Chapel, and it's probably like the coolest thing in this like little park.
Loud. The quality is not great, but you can see she's just wearing like a pair of white sandals, it looks like. What I'm gonna do is go over to the TikTok she recorded and it explains it, because they're about to go to a really beautiful chapel and she does this runaway bride bit. The music there is copyright, so I am gonna just lower the music, but just so you can see. I just knocked my screen record off, so that's awesome, I'm back there. But you can see, really beautiful area, but that was why she was going for the bridal look, which makes sense, I suppose. It is part of a bigger point though, because I get the sense through all of this, because spoiler alert, God, she complains. But I get the sense through all of this that she doesn't actually want to be at the places, she wants a means to make content. And she is a lot more on the influencer side. She does, I believe, make her living off of social media now. She used to be in like corporate or something, but I believe she's just a social media content creator now. So I get it. But you'd think she'd be happier in the places. Anthony Chapel. It looks so pretty. Like, it's gorgeous.
This is inside the Anthony Chapel, and it is absolutely stunning.
Like, look at that. Now, you do see a bit more of it in the TikTok, which that's another thing. You don't see a lot around her because it's always her face, and I know it's her content, but you would think. But it looks like such a stunning location.
Like, this is ridiculous. I think the ceiling is the coolest part. Like, look at that design. I know, I took it a little bit of a journey there, but kind of blown away.
And so you see her assistant in the back there filming, I guess, for the TikTok itself and just B-roll and stuff, I guess.
I was just spinning in a circle for a video for the TikTok, so a lot of bro.
Oh, Jesus, it's so loud. But if I turn it down, I won't be able to hear her correctly when it's time for her to talk. But I'm guessing this is what he was filming.
We're at the Anthony Chapel, which is like right here, and now we're gonna go up to this, like, I think the kids area. Oh no.
I would have really liked to see this map a little bit closer. I think it would have been quite easy to insert.
Oh, no, back in here. It's a little bit of a hike, so we're gonna go back in here to see the treehouse, which is another super cool architectural thing that exists in this park. And we're running a little behind schedule, but I don't care. We're gonna go see it.
When she says schedule, she has some scheduling issues coming up, and I don't understand if it's her messing it up, if it's her assistant messing it up. I don't understand why neither of them seem to be able to do it correctly, because this is literally both their jobs, but there we go.
I probably will not be in Arkansas again soon, so when you're here, you gotta do it. This looks pretty unassuming from far away. It looks like some beams, but the real treat about this is actually when you get inside. Let me show you what I mean.
Wow.
Isn't that wild?
I'm gonna go back and let you see that. Come back here, Anna. This looks beautiful. It's a little bit that moment when Elsa taps on the ground in Frozen and that snowflake grows out. That's the image this gives me, but in woodland. But that second that I've just had to go back to is all she shows of it, because then it's back to her talking.
Isn't that wild? Here's the cool thing about this that it's kind of inspiring me with today. Sometimes we just need a change in perception to realize how amazing something is. So sometimes things happen in our life that are frustrating or don't make sense, but when we change our perception, we realize they're what we needed all along. And that is what I'm taking from this beautiful work of art.
I'm not sure what point at which in the summer this journey happened. I'm guessing it was one of the first ones. She does not keep that lesson in mind. Just like, hey, maybe your current experience is not the greatest, but change your perspective. You may really appreciate things, the learning moments.
Honestly, this place is incredibly inspiring.
How nice that is. This treehouse, gorgeous. There were some people kind of waiting behind her. So I'm guessing that they kind of line up and they go and see it, but how nice. There, you can see that family behind her.
We are now in Hot Springs.
And that's all we get of that park. Like I said, I think she literally did just go to film that TikTok and get that picture basically, so it is what it is. That's why she wanted to go. So let's move on to this.
We're about to be in Hot Springs, and I am not looking forward to the heat.
Of course not.
I'm being a baby about it.
She lives in Texas, doesn't she? And here you can see she's not in compression, so I'm not sure what date this was precisely, but something about having to wear compression garments is the moment you start moving around, you do swell up more. And so when you first come out of them, even though compression garments are by nature really restrictive and they're not the most comfortable things, sometimes you feel more secure with them on, especially if you're going to be outside and moving around and in the heat. So I think this is probably a day where she would have been better to keep those on, but I understand it wouldn't have gone with her outfit.
But this is the point of this road trip, which is to get me out and about and doing it. And I can't be here and not do it. See, it puts that little pressure on you. If I was at home, I would just be like, it's too hot and stay inside.
I quite like her nails. I realize that's not what she's talking about, but I like them.
But no, I'm in Arkansas, so I'm gonna go see the hot springs.
All of these buildings look gorgeous. And that's all we get. We don't get any information. You know why? I went over to TikTok again and she had it's not a reel, she had a TikTok up. When we talk about organization, she got there and the place was closed. And she was like, well, it said online it was open. Madam, you have yourself and you have an assistant and you drove 7 hours. Neither one of you thought, let's ring the place up and let them know I'm bringing a camera and double check the hours? That's crazy to me. Now, I have a very European sense of distance. The idea of me being in the car for 7 hours for anything is abhorrent. But I do realise longer journeys are a lot more common in America. But she doesn't mention any of this in this video. And that's something she could have added. But then, like, how many times can you mess it up before people start going, well, why aren't you better at this? Spoiler alert, again, it's more than once.
This trip did not go as expected. Hot Springs National Park might be the weirdest national park, and that's because the majority of the park is in a series of bathhouses. Like, this is the Lamar bathhouse. How cool is that tile? And it sells completely normal national park merchandise, like bathrobes and soaps. There's even a bathtub you can get in and take a picture, which, of course, when in Arkansas, I had to do. It's really hot. We walked down a little further, and supposedly you should be able to touch the stream without, burning your hand, like I did on the last one. Oh, no. There are two things you're supposed to do in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Go to a bathhouse and go to Superior Brewing and try beer that's been brewed with spring water. Did we do either of them? No, because of poor planning. Superior Baths Brewery was closed, and we simply just did not have time to go to a bathhouse. We found pizza and a patio, so everything's okay.
Yeah, I finished my... All right, yeah, we're gonna call it.
This is supposed to have magical healing properties, and what a way to leave Arkansas.
So I guess she just decided to salvage some footage of the buildings from the outside and just not explain it. And so if you are just a YouTube viewer, you feel kind of let down by the fact that, oh, you're not going to show us anything? And even the stuff she got in the TikToks, like some of the little details were really cute. I would have loved to see them.
I've been in this car forever.
Road trip, complaining about the car.
Today we are driving 7 hours again, this time to Kentucky, to see Mammoth Caves.
I'm assuming there's been some time between these videos. Like, they've taken a few days, they've done something, I'm assuming. I don't know if she's in compression garments here. If she's going to be in the car for that long, I would suggest it. But she seems super happy to be there for somebody who planned an American road trip.
And we are listening to a really cool podcast called The Kill List, which is pretty grim now that I think about it, but it's about a guy who goes on the dark web and finds a list of people who are trying to kill people. And then he has to figure out what to do with that information. So it's really interesting.
Huh. Not generally my type of book, but if you're into that, there you go, you got a recommendation. I'm so tempted to now go back and see if she's got like a brand partnership with Audible or something. Because if there's one thing you can say for Anna is that she doesn't mind selling it, and she will partner with all sorts of things. Like when I was checking out what had gone on during this period, like she had like brand partnerships with Tylenol and a few other things.
It's helping us make the best of this 7-hour drive. And I just gave up. He's just on my lap. I gave up.
Oh, that was a freeze frame. I did you wrong. Sorry, Anna. I feel so bad for her assistant. Thank God he's getting paid to be there. But every single scrap of this video tells me she must be a sodding nightmare to travel with.
I'm so tired, I wanna be done, but we have 2 hours left, and I'm losing my mind.
Take a break, friend. Stop somewhere. Have a walk around.
It's 10 o'clock. We just got to the hotel. I am exhausted. I am so tired. I am all dressed and ready for bed already. And I plan to just pass out because tomorrow I committed to a hike that has 500 stairs.
Okay. I'm sure this will go
So
well.
we're a freaking shit show. That's the easiest way to put it.
I don't disagree, but go on.
We put in the GPS, Mammoth Cave National Park. And in most cases, going to a national park, if you put that in your GPS, it'll work. But not for Mammoth Cave, because it's so freaking huge, that actually you have
It's like there was a clue in the name.
to put in Mammoth Cave Visitor Center. So we just drove to the wrong place.
And this is what I mean about organisation. I understand if you haven't been there before, but between the two of you professionals, you didn't think to check this.
And now we're going to the Visitor Center, and it's 15 minutes away, and we probably aren't going to make our tour. And since it's summer, tours are sold out, so hopefully something works out. We just heard the final call. We are trying really hard to get down. I'm running again. I don't run.
You don't seem to be running now, but I'm sure she is pushing her body to its limit.
Right. Oh god. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, my shoe really quickly.
Oh, she is in compression as well. I don't know why I found that so funny, but the fact that she was like, we're in a rush, let me just tie my shoe, but also film me doing it. Clearly, she just needed a break from moving. That's fine. No judgment from me on that. You're clearly working yourself hard. But here, take a minute and also film me so it takes longer. It's good that she's wearing a compression garment, though. She's going to need it for today.
I can't believe we made this. I ran to get here. I literally
You took a little break to tie your shoe, but yes.
physically ran. And I haven't done that in a while, so I'm still capable of that, which is good.
Didn't she at some point, I feel like I saw this on Pulpit's channel, didn't she at some point have something going on with people who specialised in running? Didn't they put her on a machine to check her gait or something? I've got vague memories. Jesus. Please stop.
We're in the cave. Well, on our way into the cave.
Okay, great.
Oh god, this is a tiny staircase. So help me God. Okay.
I can't see very well.
Oh, that was cool.
Here's the thing, and I understand this being scary, and she is, like, I want to give her credit for pushing herself here, because this is pretty scary in the moment. There are a lot of people around to see if you struggle, and you don't know how things are going to look until you get there. So, you know, credit to her for that. But at the same time, like, there are people around, Anna. Could you be aware of your situation? I am sure that people of all shapes and sizes have done this tour, and if they thought there was any danger at all to you, they wouldn't let you do it, because it would be a lawsuit for them. So, big deep breath, stay calm. You are literally surrounded by people if you end up needing help, which I realise doesn't always calm the nerves, but like, simmer down, Anna.
Oh, that was cool. That was wild. I really am the slowest person here. I'm so sorry, people. I'm just in a very tiny space. I was tight. I was really tight.
I've said all that, but I also feel a bit bad for her, because it is like, I don't know if they had anywhere online showing this route, but until she's there, she doesn't know how she fits. I think it's kind of like when she gets on a plane and she doesn't know how the seats are going to go.
I signed up to do this. I'm gonna do it. It is what it is. Great place for an elevator, like right there.
It's the going back up that's gonna kill her. Like, you get down, okay, it's a bit scary because you might pitch forward because of gravity. Going back up's gonna kill her. That's beautiful. I can see why people do the steps.
So, there's an optional part. And we decided I've already done so many steps. I'm doing it.
I feel a bit bad for the people behind her here because they're having to go at her pace, which isn't so bad. I mean, she's not standing still, but she's walking there vlogging as they're trying to just, you know, live their experience.
I thought we were doing 500 steps.
Jesus, Anna, cover up your nipples. My God, I don't need to see that.
We did 700 steps. And you know what? I'm so freaking proud of myself. I'm also glad we showed up late because I might have bailed.
Okay, so that seems like, oh, I was a little bit surprised, but you know, I persevered, I'm proud of myself, and you know what? She did a thing. That cannot have been easy for her body, and she did a thing. And she should be proud of that. But then if we go over to TikTok, there is one of just complaint. Like, that's why they switched to the annoying music, because there probably wasn't a single clip of her moving without a complaint coming out of her mouth. I will insert it.
Big person in a tiny space and it's hard. We're at Mammoth Cave National Park. mildly terrifying. I'm like, am I gonna get stuck? It's really tight. I'm not gonna lie.
Is this how the caverns were in New Mexico?
No, absolutely not. Is this what hell looks like? What did I get myself into?
See why you have
Oh
to
my
be.
god.
You have to be
The
like
ass is almost too fat. I'm too tall. I'm too fat. It's okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. There's so many stairs. It's just so tiny. Guess what, guys? More steps. Old lady walk through the cave. I just hiked 700 steps.
So just to give you the balance of experiences there, this video is very much curated to show the best.
I just realized that we spent the last 24 hours in Lexington, not 24 hours.
I feel like I've seen this dress before. Was it in one of her halls? So I'm actually just thinking, like, she's sitting, which isn't giving it the best view. But I really like that color on her.
Maybe like 12 hours in Lexington, Kentucky, but I didn't tell you guys anything. Basically, we went to a hotel, we had dinner, and then this morning we shot a really cool, like, little short. So you can go check that out, but that is literally all we have from Lexington because we forgot to film.
Again, entirely her job, forgets to do it. Having traveled there because of it. Although this part was actually quite funny because when you go and look at a TikTok for that, she presented that TikTok, she wrote a little script and she was like, you know, I decided on a random Wednesday I was gonna go there. Traveling alone is amazing. And she really made a big thing of it.
I booked this trip because I felt weird on a Wednesday. Lexington sounded like a place that might fix that, or at least distract me. Traveling alone can be very strange. You just get so aware of yourself. Like, why am I always humming? And do I always look like that in the mirror? Listen, I didn't do much. I walked around, took photos of some things that no one else really seemed to notice, like the plants or an interesting tea set. And myself, occasionally. I wouldn't call it a revelation, but something in me did shift. It was just enough to feel like less of a stranger in my own body. Anyways, Lexington was fine, but I think I'm leaving it better.
And then got a bit of backlash in her comments where people were saying, hey, you never travel without your dog and your assistant. What do you mean you were traveling alone? Clearly someone is filming you. And then she had to come back and be like, oh yeah, no, I was actually writing this like a little mini movie script. Sorry if that wasn't clear. And she had to clarify that a few times. And then she actually mentions it in this video, I do believe. So, like, people had some things to say about her pretending she was there doing, like, a self-empowerment single trip. But that was propaganda they were not swallowing.
Try to stick this on here. So we're at a gas station right now.
Okay.
And the reason we're at a gas station is because I pet a dog when we were filming in Lexington. I started having an allergic reaction, so I had to change. So this is the t-shirt I literally just got at Mammoth Cave, a pair of shorts.
Oh, is she wearing the shorts over the compression garments? Is that what that is? Because when I first saw these, I thought they were leggings. And I was like, why are you, ma'am, your garments are see-through. What are you doing? But if she's wearing like just black shorts over her compression, that makes a bit more sense.
I found in my car, and now we're going to continue the drive, hopefully without me having my eyes swell up or my face get covered in a rash or whatever delightful other thing would have come from this allergic reaction.
Okay, and that's fair. I've got two questions. She's got a dog. She's got an emotional support dog, Data. Because I just remember at some point her complaining about an airline that hadn't made preparations for him to travel with it. Something, vague memories. So is it only certain types of dog hair? Because he seems like he's got a lot of hair. Why is she having allergic reactions to some dogs and not others? Is that a thing? I'm allergic to cat hair, but I'm allergic to basically all of it. So I don't know how that works. But secondly, I'm a little surprised if her allergic reactions are that strong that she doesn't carry just some medication to help her out. Like, you can take allergy medicine. I would have thought she'd have some on hand in her bag or something. If she's going to have such a big thing and she's going to be out in nature, so, like, if you have allergies, that could also trigger things. Not a big deal. She's obviously dealing with it herself, but having to stop and completely change her outfit seems a little less convenient than taking some allergy meds. And I'm assuming you could buy them from a pharmacy or something.
I hope we caught it early enough, but we'll see. We're at a gas station and I just looked at my calves and ankles and they are so swollen. Like, they are so swollen. So we were going to do some hiking tonight, but I think I have to call an audible and I have to rest and I have to get my feet up and I need to drink a ton of water because they're really swollen and they haven't been this swollen since surgery.
Another thing I'm pretty surprised about, because I thought those were compression garments she was wearing. And you will get swelling. You will get swelling moving around. And I would imagine with the issue she's having where she's had the surgery, just sitting for so long would also impact that. But again, I don't understand her not having like a diuretic handy. Like, if you know you're going to be in a situation that is going to make you more prone to these problems and your post-surgery, like, she is pretty close to getting compression off whenever it was she had the surgery. She's lived with it for a while. Like, you would know better. I say this as somebody who's lived with compression garments before. You would know better post-surgery. West Virginia. Bundle of joy, Anna O'Brien.
My legs are even more swollen, so
You've been sitting in a car.
I am going to go back to my hotel room.
Why is she nearly crying? Like, dude, you've swollen up. Just make some changes.
And change a lot of our plans.
Why a lot of your plans? Keep them in place. Go back to your hotel room. Elevate your legs. Take a diuretic. You've got an assistant. He could go out and get them. Drink. See how you feel in the morning. And then change your plans if you need to. Or say, okay, I'm going to give myself a little bit of time. Let me just cancel whatever I was doing in the morning. Like, Anna, it doesn't have to be this drama. Like, these things happen, and you're post-surgery. They're going to happen more frequently. You've been post-surgery for 2 months.
I'm frustrated. I feel perfectly fine.
Okay, so go do the thing then.
But I know that if I let the swelling continue and don't take care of it, it's going to be a much bigger problem. So
Okay then. I got no problem with what she chooses to do, but it doesn't need to be a drama. These things happen.
looks like it's legs up, no hiking tonight, or maybe not even tomorrow. So we just got to see how my body reacts. Oh, and lots of liquids. I'll be drinking lots of liquids.
Next morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Wow. So, last night was a little rough. These are my legs right now. And as you can see, like, even just from that line, they are really freaking swollen.
Yep. Did she elevate her legs last night? There doesn't seem to be much in that hotel room.
So, we're hopefully gonna get these down. But, like, look at that. That's not good. I had every expectation that I was going to be doing all of this hiking for the next couple days, but when I looked at my calves and ankles and how swollen they've become, literally in the last 24 hours, I was like, as much as I feel fine, like I don't feel sore and I don't feel exceptionally tired, I knew that they were like a warning sign of like a massive flare-up and potentially a much worse situation in a couple days. So
A flare-up of what? Swelling? I know she's had a lot of medical things more recently in the past year, so it might be that she's got something I'm not aware of. I just know that she had surgery, she's in compression, she's doing things, she's got, I never remember if it's lymphedema, lipedema, but that's why she got liposuction. That's as much as I'm aware of.
So, as much as I hate this, and it sucks, and it does go against everything I want to do, we've kind of rerouted the road trip to our last stop to be able to give me like a little bit of a break.
That seems a shame. If she had multiple stops, again, your situation can change a lot. So, like, give yourself a day, see where you are, and then maybe you don't need to change all things. Maybe you just miss one stop. For somebody who does this so much, she just doesn't seem very adaptable. Does that make sense? Am I just being naive because I don't know her very well? Is this one of her defining traits?
And yeah, I'm going to be missing 2 of the parks I intended to do on this trip, which was New River Gorge and Shenandoah. But you know what? The world will be waiting for me when I'm ready. I got this actually from Tiki the dog. I've been following him and I feel very inspired by him. I know it's a dog, I know guys, but...
This is funny to me, not because I don't understand her perspective of saying like, it's not going to disappear, don't push yourself to the point that you can't enjoy the experience, which I get. It's definitely an argument. But usually it goes the other way when it's like, you know, you're here, you have people you can access. If it becomes a problem, push yourself and enjoy your experiences, which is usually the way these things go. Anna's going the opposite way.
I love that dog. I'm only 2 months out from surgery. I have to be kind to myself. And the world will be waiting for me when I'm ready.
Okay, so why are you crying? Like, Anna, seriously, have a nap, love. Have a nap, and I don't even mean this in the patronizing tone that I know this is coming out. Have a nap with your legs elevated. Get your assistant to get you a diuretic. Give yourself a bit of time, then see how you feel. She's obviously not in a mindset to make any big choices right now. Just like, if you want to give yourself some grace, give yourself a few hours and see where you are.
So I'm going to do what I can and continue to push and challenge myself while also honoring and listening to my body, which is this really frustrating thing. It is very challenging, and I understand why a lot of people just stop, because it is emotionally a roller coaster when you want something so bad and your own body just gets in the way in ways that you just don't expect. But I made the right choice. Okay. And I'm honoring what my body needs.
All right.
And hopefully in time that will mean my body will become more resilient.
Okay, I mean, treating your body well does help it to grow stronger. This seems like a situation where doing more would teach it to grow stronger, but again, because I'm not fully aware of her medical history, I don't want to make it sound like I'm saying, well, just try, when if she legitimately has something that's preventing her from that, I don't want to sound like I don't care.
Right now, she needs a little break. I didn't think I would be recording anything.
Later that day.
Because legitimately,
I don't actually hate this luminous yellow on her. It's kind of a cool shirt.
when we were driving this morning, I did not feel good and thought I would be resting. Plus I had like a bunch of like work stuff I had to do that also took more energy from me. But I had second wind, and there was something I really wanted to do in Gatlinburg that is silly, and I love silly, stupid things. We are going to Pirates Voyage, which is a Pirates dinner theater, and only in Gatlinburg. Well, I think there might be a Pirates Voyage somewhere else, but I'm going to pretend like it's only here because...
I looked this up. I think there are like 3, and I think they're currently making one in Florida. But if you're looking for content and you're like, okay, I've booked a load of things and this is dinner and a show, I can sit there, I can eat my food, and I can watch it. Yeah, fair. It doesn't take a lot of effort.
That's what got me out of my bed to go to it. Because I figured I'm probably not going to come to Gatlinburg again, or at least not anytime soon. And I'd be disappointed if I didn't see the pirate dinner theater. So away we go. We're here at the Pirates Voyage. The best part is while we were driving here, we apparently missed our meet and greet. I bought the super VIP package.
Okay, well that seems like a complete waste of money then. And again, organisation. Who is she? I paid all the money to have the VIP privileges and couldn't be bothered to leave 15 minutes earlier. I am clearly made up, I clearly got changed, I could have left earlier. I just said screw it.
Just because the seats were supposedly more comfortable. And I've been in a car for a bajillion hours. I deserve it. This is it. This is wild. It's very on brand.
On brand for pirates? Yeah, I mean, if it's a pirate show. That was a weird statement, Anna.
I don't know what I would call this, but I'm excited to see what happens.
I used to work in Florida, and me and a few friends went to see a couple of these, and they're fun.
The set looks incredible. So we are in our seats. You have like a 4 course. It's not 4 courses. It's just
Anna has standards. 4 course.
a standard meal that they bring you. And I mean, the theming here is incredible. We will hold.
Is she going to show us any of it? Maybe. She is filming herself here, but I'm assuming her assistant is here somewhere.
All
Hopefully he's also getting fed.
reviews until the end of the presentation.
Right, she's talking to someone. There you go. He's earning his money.
So I woke up this morning and I'm still really swollen, but I decided that I wanted to see the park because I was here. So we're just gonna do short trails. And there is nothing wrong about tailoring your park experience to where your body's at that day, right? Like,
Of course there isn't. But let's do another teachable moment with Anna just to make sure you're aware. I feel like she's just trying to preempt any criticism from the comments, like, it's okay, just get the chip off your shoulder, Anna, it's okay. Like, of course, hey, I woke up, I'm feeling kind of meh, I'm still gonna go, I'm gonna do a little bit of a short thing, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be beautiful. Great, I'd like to see you enjoying these places a bit more.
it doesn't like not count if you don't do like a 6-mile hike.
That is her own brain talking, not any of us.
It still counts just as much if you show up and do a 1-mile hike or
Okay.
a half-a-mile hike,
Yeah.
or if you just do the nature trail.
Counts to what? What are you counting this against? Where is the scorecard you have running? Like, just go in and enjoy the park. That's all I'm here for. Show me some pictures. Tell me a little bit about it, which she won't do the last, but there we go.
Because getting out there and being in nature isn't about how far you walk. It's about getting out there. There's a quote in the lipedema community I love that it's called all or something. It's not about doing all or nothing. It's about doing all or something. And today is a something day, and that's okay.
That's fine. This is pretty. Smoky Mountain. Oh, how nice. I thought she was balancing on the edge there the way she was walking. No, she was just concentrating real hard. That's so pretty.
So I was feeling really terrible when we came to the park, but walking that little bit made me feel better. So we decided to do another trail. I'm very confused because this is supposedly a trail, but it's also like just a road.
Anna, that's perfect for you. Just follow the road. You can clearly see it's going somewhere. Follow the road and take the pictures from the side. That's exactly designed for you. She's walking that very cautiously. This is not the freedom of spirit I think she's trying to show.
We ended up doing about 2 miles,
Nice.
and we made it just back to the car, and it started raining. So I think that we were destined to do those 2 miles, and that's it. And I feel good about today.
Good. See, that I'm okay with. You come out, you say, oh look, here are all the nice things. I couldn't go very far because I was feeling kind of meh, but saw some stuff, feel good, it's raining, we're going, great.
We're here in Asheville. We're taking the day to film like a little cute short form video, kind of like we did in Lexington. So there's not a ton from our time here because we're purposely kind of keeping it secret for that.
I don't think it requires the secrecy, but that was the TikTok that people were like, hey, you're clearly not alone. Like, the idea you're selling here, we're not buying it. So she's being careful to discuss it here. I also didn't think she was going hiking because her makeup was heavier. I don't think that TikTok has been put up yet, though. I might have just missed it.
But after this, I'm headed somewhere really cool that I can't wait to tell you guys about. I'm a little nervous to tell you guys about, but it's something that I'm personally really excited for me. So you guys can hear all about that in the next video.
Okay. From what I can tell from her TikTok things, she is at some kind of wellness retreat. And I guess we'll get video from that at some point. All right, guys, so that is everything. I'm going to leave you there, and I guess we'll check in with Anna another time. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.